Why are my work boots killing me? Hey guys, it's Kent here, the podiatrist from docpods and Ergonx. And a common question that we get asked is, why are my work boots so uncomfortable and they are killing my feet? So there's a few reasons for this. So we're going to assume that you're not a diabetic or have any systemic complications of disease. So there's a few reasons that your work boots might be killing you. And one of them is, have they been fitted correctly? So there's a few things we look for when we're fitting a work boot. Is it wide enough? Has it been fitted long enough? Is it a thumb width longer than your longest toe? Is it laced up nice and tight? Because if your foot's slopping around in there, it will lead to foot irritation. And is your heel sitting down in the heel seat, or have you got a heel raise or anything in the heel to make it more uncomfortable? So that's the fitting issues we look for. The other things we look for are, is it supporting your feet enough, and is it cushioning your feet enough? So work boots are generally great at protecting your feet. So they've got this composite toe to protect your feet. They've got a puncture-resistant sole. They've got a slip-resistant, fuel-resistant, oil-resistant outsole. But they can be uncomfortable and protective. So if they're protecting your feet, it's one thing. But we need to support your feet and cushion your feet to make them more comfortable. So there's a whole different set of features that we look for in a work boot to support your feet. And the first one is, where does it bend? And it should only bend through where your foot bends. And so that means that your foot can walk in a really nice heel to toe manner, and it's functionally more efficient. It'll strain your foot less, and that will mean that your feet will ache less at the end of the workday. The other thing is, when we get it and try and twist it, it shouldn't twist too much. So if your work boot twists too much, the muscles in your feet need to try and stabilize and grip the foot and make it nice and stable for your foot to propel off of. And that can be very inefficient. Like, you can do it for an hour or a day, but then when we end up doing it for 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, our feet get very sore and very tired. Just like if we went to the gym every day for 10 hours, you'd be very strong and you'd be big, but you'd also be very stiff and tight and sore. So that's the second thing. Where does it bend? Not too much twist. Can we adjust it to your foot? So can we lace this up and pull the arch right up into your foot? And the other things we look for are cushioning. So this work boot has got this really nice midsole, so it's a cushioned midsole. So it's very similar to what you'd find in a high-end running shoe. And what that means is it will actually cushion your foot as we impact the ground, and then as we flat foot, it'll actually feel nice and comfortable under the foot as well, because it will actually take up some of the forces that are being applied from the ground to the foot. The other thing that does is, when our foot strikes the ground, if we can reduce the forces being applied from the ground to the foot, it means that our foot won't pronate as quickly, and that means it won't pronate as fast. So cushioning the foot to a limit, so we want to be soft but not too soft, will help to limit the speed of pronation and the overall amount of pronation. Now, the other thing that this work boot's got that we absolutely love in the podiatry clinic is it's got this really nice, high, supportive orthotic innersole. So if we pull that one out, you can see it's got this really nice, high, really soft orthotic innersole. And what that does, that helps to raise the arch up, so our arch will be supported, so our foot won't roll in so much, and it will also add further cushioning to the boot. So it'll further cushion the boot, so that will help to slow the amount of pronation and the speed of pronation, and the arch support helps to prop the arch up and keep the arch supported so it won't overpronate. Now, when your foot overpronates, generally all the muscles and ligaments and joints in the foot get overworked. So the ligament that runs from the heel to the toe, the plantar fascia, is the big one that gets overworked, and we get a thing called plantar fasciitis. But this can show up as heel pain, arch pain. We can get ball of foot pain from our foot rolling in and overloading the little ligaments under the joints in the front of the toes, on the front of the ball of foot rather. And so basically, by supporting and cushioning the foot, it will rest your feet, and the structures in your feet won't be doing the work. The work boot will be. So just like any other tool or material, we want to get the best possible boot we can to support and cushion our feet, get it fitted properly by a really reputable fitter, and that will take care of a lot of the muscle aches and pains in your feet, and it'll stop your work boots from killing you. There's one last thing we usually address in the podiatry clinic, and that's muscle tightness. So if we've got muscle tightness, a poor boot or a boot that's not fitted very well, they will hurt your feet. So generally the muscles we look at stretching out for foot pain is the calf muscles. And you can find there's a how to stretch your calf muscles before work and for heel pain on our website. And if you just search for warm up for work, you'll be able to see it on our website. So I hope that helps answer your questions of why your work boots might be killing you. If your work boots don't measure up to the ones that we've just shown you, please check out the Ergonx Elements work boots. That's this one here. It will support and cushion your feet and do all the things that we talk about and the things we look for in the podiatry clinic. So I hope this helps, and I will see you in the next video.